Swing, swing. Okay. We are back. We are starting off with not necessarily a huge brush. It could have been even bigger, to be honest. We'll just see where the flow takes us. I'm rarely using blacks at this point. Not necessarily at this point in the painting, but I noticed that I've stopped using blacks. So I'm navigating with mostly, not necessarily primary colors, but at least some blues and reds or pink, and then yellow or ochre. Okay, so we're just gonna fill in this region right here. This is sort of further back in the painting, so we might have to desaturate the color even more. I actually managed to saturate it instead of desaturating it. GG's. You know what? And the further into the woods we go, it looks like it gets more and more pinkish, ochre-ish regions over here, but I'm using more of green. I think it'll give the same kind of vibe. Also covering the background up, obviously. I'm still learning about, well, I guess I actually did kind of the wrong thing now, because I know when working with perspective, it's easiest to start the furthest away. I didn't do that this time, so we might get some complications just because of that, but that's a problem for future me. When starting this painting, the only thing I knew was sort of the vibe I wanted to get and the palette, so that's where I started as well. When generating this, I used AI, and I know AI is a controversial topic amongst some people, at least. For my sake, I don't give a fuck. I feel like I've done this. This isn't supposed to be that blue, I guess, but fuck it, it is. So we're just gonna ride with it. And the further back we come, the more of the atmosphere will be present. So we're gonna desaturate some blues or white. I'm leaning more and more towards impressionism in the way I paint. I wouldn't necessarily call this impressionism, but I like loose brush strokes and the fast pace of impressionism. I want to get some depth in here, and the nice thing about me is I don't even know how to do that, but we're just gonna do some things and then see what happens. Fuck around, find out. I also have the reference photo quite a bit back away, because I noticed that if it's too close to me, then I get too hung up on the details super quickly. So instead of doing that, I'm just gonna keep it at a distance and then get the vibe instead of get the details. And I know we're gonna have to do this even more. Okay, but already it's a vibe. It's a vibe. I feel like we're gonna have to blend this area a little bit. I like the messiness of it. And then without even washing the brush, we're just gonna move straight back into the green areas. We are officially further along the process. Quite a bit, actually. I have been enjoying the process so far. Recurring song has been "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls." I know that you're gonna have it your way or nothing at all, but I think you're moving too fast. So I took it as a sign that I was possibly moving too fast, since it just popped up in my subconscious, or the conscious, not even the subconscious. At the same time, I'm gonna have it my way. So I'm just gonna keep on painting and see where that takes us. I'm being quite careless with my brush strokes. I admire people that can use few like that and like this and just say a lot with super few strokes. But knowing myself, I use art as a way to transmute energy. So today I've had a lot of energy, and the best thing for me to do then is just paint how I am, how it is to be me right now. I'm also painting wet on wet, and I really enjoy painting flowers and landscapes in particular because I feel like there are no rules. I can abstractify it how much I want it. So with the flowers, I'm not even focusing on getting them to look like flowers, but you still get the sense that this is flowers. I don't need to actually make them flowery for you to understand that. I hope not, at least. And we're just on the journey, seeing where it takes us. I feel like there's light at the end of the tunnel, and I am running low on my alizarin crimson, so I'm using purple from another tube. Purple is the only color in this painting that isn't blended by myself. Well, it is because I'm blending it as we speak, but I'm still taking it from the tube instead of making it from primary colors. I also feel like when I'm making paintings like this, you can see it's a child, and it's a constant reminder to keep the childlike essence active and present, because when we grow up, it's so serious. Like, why? Why? Just why? In my perspective, life is and is supposed to be a play. So why not play? Why not have fun? Enjoy the ride. I haven't heard one person on their deathbed say, "Fuck, I regret having so much fun." What I have heard is people regretting working too much and taking life too seriously. And caring too much. Not chasing their dreams because they're afraid of what people might say. I uploaded my first TikTok in English today. I'm native Norwegian, so I've been doing TikTok or Norwegian TikToks for a while, and I noticed that when I uploaded it, I got filled with fear of getting judged. But then again, I'm working on my subconscious and constantly in the process of reprogramming who I am. So I decided today that I'm a confident person, because that's something that I feel like I've not necessarily been lacking, but that's an area I need to work on, to put it that way. Being confident, being myself. And I'm getting there, definitely. I noticed that I'm more comfortable now sharing my views on the world and how it feels to be me. I've been sort of a people pleaser up until this point. So just letting people do what they want to avoid conflict. But then I remembered life is but a mental construct. So what we think we are. And I choose to be confident. And as soon as I reminded myself of that, the fear of uploading the TikTok went away. At least some of it. I noticed the last time I did something traditional on TikTok, I got a lot of feedback on it. And my body got affected by it. So, still working on the body part. But then again, I also learned from Abraham Hicks that you can always choose what you think as far as you're conscious of your thoughts at least. So I'm choosing to think other thoughts like I am confident and abundant. I like those thoughts. The main thing I take out of her teachings is fuck working on your work, work on yourself. And your vibration is the key to everything in your reality. And sort of subconsciously I've been knowing that and been doing that for quite some time. But I like getting the reminders that it is case, or that's the case. It makes it easier to navigate. This region isn't necessarily pink. I'm just using pink to convey a sense of warmth. And we'll make this sort of tiley, I guess. I feel like I got depth in here, but when working on tiles like this, how do you make it clear that this region is above that region? Not necessarily above, but that it doesn't flow down. That's definitely better. I feel like we can tilt. We've applied it now, so I guess it's a bit too late, but I feel like we could have tilted the brush strokes even more, actually. Nice! When I have some more updates, I'll update.